you can have your trending content idea, your pro copywriting for feed, PPVs, and clip stores sent to your phone daily, no matter what size creator you are. This is our tool, and I want to make sure it is as useful to our community as humanly possible. Welcome back to On the Horizon. This is Melrose Michaels. I am your host, and I'm here to share what's worked for me in building my adult creator business to try to make building yours just a little bit easier. Let's get into today's episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's space. So, in a world of adult content creation, we all know that promoting your work is crucial. It can be extremely challenging to gain subscribers to our fan sites, but there is an entire ecosystem on Telegram that exists for creators to do exactly that. So today I want to talk about how you can utilize Telegram to gain new subscribers, how you can use Telegram as a tool to organize and optimize your adult creator business, and how you can automate some of that process, which is the real highlight, I think. And then also I'm going to introduce you to a tool we just launched here at Sexwork CEO on Telegram, and that is going to assist the CEO squad with the creative process of creating new content and then monetizing it effectively. So while there are tons and tons of messaging apps available, this app stands out among the rest in that this app is being Telegram. So if you're not already on it and you haven't downloaded it, you can YouTube how to install Telegram on your phone, and it'll take you to the App Store, show you how to download it. It is available on Apple and Android. So feel free to YouTube tutorial that process if you don't already have it on your device. But also, I want to discuss the privacy aspect of Telegram, which is one of the reasons so many sex workers utilize it. Let's go over some of the core features of the Telegram app that make it a good tool, and then we're going to dive deeper into how we can use these features for our adult businesses. So again, the first thing I want to touch on is the security and privacy aspect. One of the biggest concerns for adult creators is the privacy and security of the tools they use. So Telegram offers end-to-end encryption for all messages, meaning that only the sender and receiver can read the messages. Additionally, Telegram also allows users to set up two-factor authentication for added security. This is important because it helps protect adult creators from sharing their sensitive data, but also it's significant because later in this space, I'm going to cover how I utilize Telegram to store my content and keep it easily accessible. And obviously, we want that protected and safeguarded as a creator. So that all put to the side, and I will say a caveat to this because I know some of you here listening might be, Signal app users or other app users for encrypted messaging. And I think there's a lot of good options out there. I don't necessarily, believe that Telegram is unbreakable or anything like that. There's data out there that shows encryption on things like Signal have already been compromised. So while it's not going to be perfect, it is one of the better solutions on the market available right now. So I'm going to include that little caveat here. So now, aside from the privacy aspect, the other feature I want to mention is that Telegram allows users to create large group chats with up to 200,000 members. So this is perfect for content creators who want to communicate with their fans or collaborators all in one place. The ability to create large group chats can also help content creators build communities around their work, and the ability to create large group chats is what helped the sex work community flourish on the app to begin with. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of large Telegram groups of adult creators on there. And don't worry, because later in the space, I am going to share some of these groups with you in case you want to join them as well. If you're enjoying this podcast episode so far, please take one moment to share it with another one of your adult content creator friends, because you know what the rule is here. We do not gatekeep, and we want to make as many adult creators' businesses as easy as possible. And you sharing this episode with them might do exactly that. Thanks so much in advance. Another standout feature of Telegram is the file sharing. Telegram allows users to share files up to 2 gigabytes in size. This is a great feature for content creators who need to share large files or videos, their images or other media with either fans or collaborators, maybe a team that you have internally that helps you run your business. Additionally, Telegram offers cloud-based storage, which means that users can access their files from any device. This feature is going to come into play later when I explain how I store and organize my content in Telegram. And while content may become compressed when sending it via Telegram, there is an option to upload your content there uncompressed as well, which I think a lot of creators aren't aware of. So I do want to mention that. Next, the channels feature. So Telegram channels are similar to group chats. They are designed for broadcasting messages to a large audience. So if you are in our Sexwork CEO Telegram channel, you know that broadcast channels essentially send messages out, but don't allow members to reply individually. However, those members of that channel can still participate in other features, like if you post a poll, they can still vote, etc. So content creators can use channels to promote their work, share news or updates, or communicate with their fans. Channels are also a great way to build a following and reach new audiences. Another use for channels is to create private channels with yourself that only you can see. I'm going to explain this a little bit later in even more detail, but I have a private channel for my content, a private channel for business ideas, a private channel for sending myself reminders, and even a private channel called Talking to Myself, where I send myself voice messages to work through ideas or concepts for the companies I'm running. So I know that's weird. The point is that you can have a channel that only you can see, where you can aggregate ideas, set reminders, store content, or whatever else your heart desires. It's a really, really cool feature. The next core feature I want to discuss is the bot feature. Telegram offers a robust API that allows developers to create bots. Bots are automated programs that can perform a variety of tasks, such as sending messages, sharing files, or answering questions. It's not super easy to create a Telegram bot. I would know. We just launched one here at Sexwork CEO for the CEO squad. But the fact that Telegram has this core functionality, it really does open it up to a ton of new use cases. So I'll tell you a little bit more about Sexwork CEO's Telegram bot at the end of the space. But the next feature I want to share with you is one that I really don't think I could literally live without. This next feature is called schedule messages. So Telegram allows users to schedule messages, which is a useful feature for content creators who want to schedule posts or reminders to themselves for a specific time, or to, say, a teammate or a personal assistant. This feature can help content creators save time and ensure that their content is posted at an optimal time. One way I use the ability to schedule messages is in private Telegram channels with myself. I have a channel, like I mentioned, called Reminders. In this channel, I will schedule messages to send to myself as a reminder, whether it's like a reminder to post a story to my OnlyFans page, which obviously we know can't be scheduled, or a reminder to ship panties to a fan. I often use this feature to schedule messages as well to my personal assistants or my internal team for the companies I run. So scheduling messages, it is chef's kiss, one of my favorite features on Telegram. I've also scheduled messages in my chats for my team, reminding them about upcoming meetings or including a Zoom link. Or late at night when I'm buzzing with ideas that I don't want to forget, I will schedule a message to send to my teammates the next day during work hours. So this feature is something, again, I use daily on the Telegram app, and once you start using it, I bet it's going to be the same way for you. Now that you know about some of the core features and functionality, I want to talk about how we can use this as an adult creator. I've talked about some of these before, so I'm not going to go crazy in detail on each and every one of them, because I do want time to focus on the remaining topics of the space. But I will give you an overview or a slight refresher if you were here for that first space. And remember, we have more detail on all of our past spaces in our blog posts on sexworkceo.com. So first, I want to talk about how I use Telegram to organize. I organize and store my content on Telegram. It's not the only place I do this. I obviously have like a Dropbox where I, aggregate everything as well. But this is more of a convenience factor to really be able to pull and use content on the go or on the fly. So I have a private Telegram channel with only me in it where I post content. The process looks kind of like this. So after I film content and it's all edited and ready to publish, I will send it to myself in my private Telegram channel in the order that I want to publish it to my fan site. So for me, what this looks like is the first message I will send myself in that channel is a text-only message that says the title of my content and the date I plan on publishing the content to my fan site. I do this because you can search the text in your private channels or in any Telegram channel. So I try to title the video or the content by something I know I'm going to remember if I ever need to search that content and get brought to that content in the channel on the fly. So again, the first message I will send myself in that channel is the title and the date of my content. The next message I'll send myself is all of the edited Safe for Work photos. The next message I will send myself is all of the edited not safe for work photos from the set. The next message I send myself is a safe for work OnlyFans story. So that's like a vertical clip for OnlyFans that I'll use on my free page. Then I will send myself a not safe for work OnlyFans story. That's a vertical clip I use on my VIP page. Then I'll send myself the trailer of my video. So the short kind of like teaser that I've created. Then I'll send myself the explicit full-length video. So I have the full video right there in my Telegram channel. Then I will send myself any bonus clip of like extended footage or an alternate ending that I filmed with that set, or even bonus photos sometimes. I've done that before as well. Once the bonus stuff has been sent in the channel, the last thing I will upload is a sexting set. This is like a set of content, usually 5 to 7 pics or clips that progressively get more explicit, which I'll use in DMs for fans who want to sext. So all of those things are what I send myself in that channel. And I do that in the order I typically will post them on my fan site. So I create that outline of content pretty much every time I film videos. And then once everything's edited and published and ready on my phone, I'll send it in that private Telegram channel in that exact order. Not only is this content searchable in the Telegram channel by clicking the profile image of your channel and tapping the magnifying glass and then writing the title or the date of the show, but it also keeps all my content accessible on my mobile phone when I need to pull it on the go. Like for instance, when you're DMing fans and subscribers on OnlyFans or whatever fan site throughout the day. Say you're, at an appointment and you're waiting and you want to respond or whatever it might be. The other benefit is that you can open Telegram on a laptop or desktop computer, which you do by using the web browser. And it means that you can sit down at your computer and schedule out your content. You can pull up Telegram, you can download each piece of content one by one and schedule it in the order it's meant to publish. If you are like me and you've started scaling your businesses and say you work with a personal assistant to schedule content, this makes this process even easier as well, because all of my content is organized in order in my private Telegram channel. And then when I want my assistant to schedule it, I can simply forward the content to my assistant in me and their shared chat. And again, it will send instantly because it's already uploaded to Telegram. So there's no downtime, no processing, no buffering. And it's going to send in the order that you have it in your Telegram chat originally, which simplifies the entire workload process and helps prevent any mistakes. I also want to note that I keep a separate private Telegram channel with myself where I record voice messages so that if I'm ever sexting on SextPanther, for example, and fans want to hear my voice, but maybe I'm not in a quiet place to record something new, or maybe I'm like out in public, I can go into my Telegram channel, search the voice message I've created in the past or I have stored. I can download that audio message and then I can send it to my fan on SextPanther to unlock. You can do the same thing on your fan site as well. It's really convenient to have those audio messages stored in a Telegram channel and searchable in a Telegram channel to get to them when you're on the go and you need them and you can't actually record live. I do want to note that if you do start a broadcast Telegram channel for fans, so think of this as similar to what we do on SextWork CEO's Telegram channel. It's where you can push messages out and people can't reply, but they can view. If you wanted to start something like that, a broadcast Telegram channel for fans, do not send explicit content through the channel. It does violate Telegram's terms of service, and I have personally lost 2 large Telegram channels that I got disabled from testing that theory. So don't repeat my mistakes. I promise that will just get disabled. It's just a matter of time. Let's get to the part where we talk about growing subscribers on Telegram. How do we grow subscribers using Telegram? So remember earlier when I mentioned that there are large Telegram groups of creators already on Telegram. Well, a lot of these groups are for shares or shout-outs for shout-outs, or purchasing shout-outs. And I'm personally in a ton of these groups where models will do things like posting their fan count, their percentage ranking on OnlyFans or whatever the fan site might be. And they'll offer shares on their platforms entirely for free. They'll also offer shout-outs to get posted to their pages. And obviously those are sold and there's a cost associated with that. Most of the creators selling shout-outs in these Telegram groups are going to ask you to send funds via PayPal or Venmo or Zelle or something like that. It's not a formalized shout-out purchasing platform the way something like Shoutout Express is. So keep that in mind. There is also a little bit of everything in these groups. You're going to find that people are, offering business things and social shout-outs and kind of a nice mixed bag of other services. So all you have to do really is join these Telegram groups and find a model that's selling or offering a free share for share that you want to try. you would then tap their username, message them directly, and then arrange the rest of the process. This isn't just for OnlyFans either. Like I mentioned, there's creators offering share for shares and shout outs on Fansly, on LoyalFans, on Concentro. It doesn't strictly apply to adult platforms. Like I mentioned, there are other groups that will facilitate share for shares for Instagram, retweets for Twitter, shout outs for Snapchat, and a lot of other various things. So what you'll see when you join these groups is models posting what are called flyers. A flyer is a graphic usually made in something like Canva that says the model's name. It'll say their fan count on their fan site, whether that's OnlyFans or Fansly, etc., their rank or their percentage, and what kind of promotion or shout out they offer, whether that's share for share, a paid shout out, or something like guaranteed gains. For those who don't know what guaranteed gains is, or GG as it's often referred to, it's basically when a model will post you to their fan site over and over and over again until you get the amount of clicks to your page that you guys agreed upon. So for example, if you purchased a guaranteed gains shout out for $200 that guaranteed you 1,000 fans, you would provide that model a free trial or tracking link, the graphic you wanted to use or the image, and then the model would post you and tag you and include your link to their fan site over and over and over. They're going to repeatedly ask you for screenshots of how many clicks your link has gotten at various times during this process until you reach the guaranteed amount of 1,000 clicks. So some caution about guaranteed gains is that they often use free trial links. You can use tracking links now as well, but they originally were used with just free trial links as an added incentive for fans to come to the pages. And with a free trial link, you can tend to attract lower quality fans. So just keep this in mind. Also, I would make sure that the free trial is short. It's not a year free trial, which is what we were all doing, a year ago. And also, models who are very reliable sellers will often have a review Telegram channel, which they'll share with you of testimonials from other models who have purchased shoutouts for them or guaranteed gains or done share for shares with them in the past and gotten good results. So I definitely caution not spending any money with a creator who does not have a review channel with testimonials from buyers. And if you do get referred to a review channel and you see the testimonials from creators who have purchased before or in the past, you can tap on their profile picture and message them privately and ask for their review or if they would still buy again from this person. So still consider doing your due diligence. That's really important. Now, aside from guaranteed gains, you are also going to come across tons of other acronyms in these Telegram groups. So let's define and outline a few of them. So when you join, you know what people are talking about, because I sure as hell didn't when I first got involved in Telegram groups. So I'm going to run through all of these quickly, but keep in mind during this Twitter space and after the Twitter space, we actually post the transcription of this space as a blog over on sexworkceo.com in a few days from now. So you can always reference these acronyms or anything we talk about in the blog post over on sexworkceo.com. So GG is guaranteed gains. That's when a creator posts and reposts you to their fan site using a tracking link until you've reached the agreed amount of clicks. Promo is just a shout out or a paid post to a fan site or platform. SFS, again, share for share, when you post a creator and they post you in the hope to gain exposure, fans, or followers. RT for RT, that's retweet for retweet, when you and a creator agree to retweet each other and hope to gain new followers on Twitter. F for F, that's follow for follow, when you and a creator agree to follow each other to pump up follower count, although I do not recommend doing that. L for L, that's like for like, when you and a creator agree to like each other's posts to pump up the like count. And then C for C, that's comment for comment, when you and a creator would agree to comment on each other's posts, like social posts, and pump up the comment count. Some of those apply to social media as opposed to adult platforms, but just to give you kind of an idea. Before I get too much into this next part, I do want to caution that there are a lot of scammers on Telegram looking to take advantage of creators. So like I mentioned just before we went into the recap, make sure if you are looking at a creator to have a SFS or shout out with, that they have reviews from other creators, they seem reputable, they're active in our community, they're active on social media. It's really important, again, to do proper due diligence. So that being said, let's talk about how Telegram groups work in terms of growing subscribers and how to automate some of those processes. So now that you know that this ecosystem exists on Telegram, I want to talk to you about something you can use to automate and optimize it. Because some of you are already in Telegram groups, you know that you are creating and posting your flyer all the time for SFSs or paid shoutouts that you want to offer, and that process of posting and reposting your flyer can be really time consuming. So you'd have to manually post your flyer multiple times a day across multiple Telegram groups, and that alone can be super overwhelming. But what if it wasn't? What if you could automate all of your flyer drops within these Telegram groups so that all you needed to do was respond to the models who messaged you because they saw your flyer and are asking about scheduling share for shares or shoutouts with you? That's something that you can actually do, and you can automate that entire process with a program called AutoFans. AutoFans is a tool that I've used for quite a while now to automate my own flyer drops. That's when I was selling shoutouts. I still use the tool just for different things, but all you have to do really is sit back and schedule the share for shares or the shoutouts when models inquire about them. So I do need to warn you, you may start getting so many requests for share for shares and shoutouts that you might need an actual assistant to manage all of the messages coming in from creators that are looking to schedule with you. But that kind of gives you an idea of just how effective this program or this process has been for me. And I've heard the same from multiple creators using this program. So the way AutoFans works is that you pay a monthly subscription. This is like $49 a month for the lower tier. And it drops your flyer for you on your behalf in over 20 massive Telegram groups. It posts your flyer once per hour per each group that it drops it in. So if you do the math on that, that's 14,400 flyer drops per month for $49, which is pretty impressive. There are bigger packages with even more flyer drops and access to even more groups, but honestly, that tinier subscription has been plenty for me. So I think it would serve you the same. AutoFans does have a 2-day free trial on their services, so you can try it before committing as well. I will caution, it does seem to take like a day for them to get your flyer drops kind of set up and running. So it's kind of more like a 1-day free trial. But if you mention this and ask them to extend your trial, they did that. I mean, they did that for me at least. So don't hesitate to be like, hey, I didn't really get a real 48-hour free trial. Could we possibly extend some time so I can see if I like this before it rebills? Again, they accommodated that for me. No problem, no questions asked. AutoFans has been a great way to grow subscribers, even if you only use it for like free share for shares with other creators. It can be an awesome way to grow your page, and I definitely recommend trying it and implementing it. It's a great way to automate some of your workload. It's a great way to constantly be getting exposed to new followers or new fans. And then again, if you want that list of Telegram groups to join for share for shares or shoutouts in general, make sure you are in our Sexworks CEO Telegram group. I'll be posting a list of 20 share for share Telegram groups that you can join in the Sexworks CEO Telegram channel. So we'll post a list of 20 groups you can join. You can try to do the share for share thing manually by posting your own flyer in these groups. But just know if you want to automate that flyer drop process, AutoFans is the way to go. And that brings us to what I think is like the most exciting part of this. I'm going to be entirely biased, and this is a very shameless flip. I'm super excited to provide this service. So we did launch a product here on Sexworks CEO. The overwhelming feedback I have received from creators, whether it was like on social or in DMs, has always been that they need storylines or content ideas, and it's a struggle to come up with new ones, especially if you've been creating for a decade like I have. And also that copywriting and captions are really challenging. So I've spent a ton of time trying to find a way that I could do all of this for you. And that brings us to our Sexworks CEO Telegram bot, which basically will send you a new content creation idea or storyline every single day, right to your phone via Telegram. And this isn't just a regular storyline or content creation idea either. I actually am using AI to search popular themes and things that are trending on, a variety of places, including Pornhub, so that the content ideas are timely and have the best chance of landing. So this way, not only are you inspired with new content every day, but you're also able to rest assured knowing that all of the research has been done for you and that the content that you're creating has a good chance of performing well in the current market. And that's not an either. With this bot, along with the content idea, it will send you professionally written copy for you to use in your content, like in your post, whether that's copy for a feed post, a variation for a PPV, if that's how you prefer to post your content, or as of today, thanks to the suggestion from a member of CEO Squad, it also now includes a professionally written copy for video descriptions to use in your clip stores. So again, these aren't just regular captions or descriptions either. They include calls to action to increase unlocks, to increase tips, to get people to purchase from your clip store. So it overall will increase the odds of monetizing content wherever it is you're choosing to post it or however you're choosing to post it. So now that being said, the service isn't free. It's one of the few things that are not free that we put out, just because there are costs associated for me running the service. But you can have your trending content idea, your pro copywriting for feed, PPVs, and clip stores sent to your phone daily for literally less than 50 cents a day, which I'm hoping will be fairly affordable to creators, no matter what size creator you are. So you no longer have to create a content calendar or brainstorm ideas or research what's trending or just kind of be in the know of what fans are searching for. You can try this bot entirely free for 3 days before ever committing to it. And if you feel it's not right for you and you want to unsubscribe, all you have to do is click one button inside the Telegram message itself. I wanted to make sure that the unsubscribe process was really easy, because I do not want you using something that you don't find useful, and I don't want you stuck or locked into it in any way, shape, or form. If you do decide that you use the tool, you love the tool, you can actually become an affiliate and share your affiliate link with your other adult creator friends. This is going to earn you 10% commission from sharing something that you use and that you hopefully love. And that's not just 10% off of the new user, but it's 10% commission every month that the new user who signed up with your link is subscribed for the lifetime they're subscribed to the service. So basically the lifetime of the customer. It's really important for me to include an affiliate model with this bot because adult creators, in my opinion, really need ways to build out residual income. And there are so few of those in our space. So if you do decide that you love the bot, you become an affiliate, you share your link with your creator friends, this way, hopefully you and them can start building and aggregating an affiliate income in the background of your day-to-day workload as a creator without any extra work or any extra thought. And again, the way you cash out, everything is done right in the Telegram message itself. It is super, super easy. Right now, the content ideas and storylines are fairly vanilla. I have not catered them to the dom niche, although you could definitely rework them if you wanted to get creative. But that being said, I am already working on 2 variations of this bot based on your guys' feedback. I want to create one for ideas and captions geared specifically toward the dom niche because that's been highly requested. And then I was thinking also it might be useful to launch one with daily webcam show ideas for members of CEO Squad who primarily live stream on things like Chaturbate, MFC, CamSoda, etc. I'm hoping to launch those variations within the next 30 days or so. And they'll be, again, same thing, less than 50 cents a day to utilize as well. So for everyone who joins the Sexwork CEO Telegram bot in the first 30 days, I'm going to try to send out some extra goodies like random PPV message prompts that have really performed well for me. Also some sexting scripts. We're going to test the limits on the amount of text I can push to you guys in one message. But as always, if you have any feedbacks or suggestions on how I can make the service better or even more useful, feel free to DM me and let me know. You can DM me right here on Twitter. The way I'm approaching this is that this is our tool, and I want to make sure it is as useful to our community as humanly possible. All right, so as we start to wrap up this space, I want to shout out basically every creator who gave some comments and feedback on the Sex Panther courses so far, both publicly and privately. It's been really incredible to see the tweets talking about, earning hundreds a day on that platform from creators who haven't hit those kind of numbers before. And then also just watching results you're getting, that's literally why I do what I do. It's amazing to watch education we put out be truly put into practice and get results for you guys. So that I very, very much appreciate. I do have a lot of great courses coming out in the next few months, including a course about a new platform, hasn't launched yet, that will help you automate and generate new subscribers to your fan sites. This is separate from AutoFans that we discussed today. This software, like I said, hasn't launched, but when it does, it's going to be a game changer. So I'm going to be the first one to be screaming it from the rooftops. Also, I am working on AI solutions for adult creator businesses. That'll be another course that I put out. And then the next one that I have on the dock is basically a course on how you can track your free trials and see how much everyone that comes through that link, that free trial link, is actually spending on your page, which is really cool. It gives you a nice snapshot of the way free trials actually earning money, which I think is really, really important to know and understand. So that is on the docket as well. So again, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please make sure you do. It's youtube.com/SWCEO and turn on notifications so you never miss a course. One of the questions, as a femdom, findom, is using Telegrams for SFS still worthwhile advice? So I think that as long as you're choosing very intentionally the creators you're doing share for shares with, it's still valuable. So in that case, if you're in the Dom niche, I would just make sure that the creator you're doing the SFS with is in the same niche as you. When I go through these Telegram groups, or when I used to be more active on the SFS side, I would always choose girls that look similar to me, like girls with red hair or girls that make vanilla content, like anything that would increase my likelihood of their audience also liking me. So that would be the advice I'd give, is to look for creators doing SFS that align with you and with your brand really well naturally. The next question that I have coming in is, how can I find the affiliate link for the bot and how much is it? I'm not sure how much is it, if that's about the bot or if it's about the affiliate link. So affiliate link, it's free. You just, once you're in the bot, you type in /affiliate and it will take you through the process of signing up to become an affiliate and earn the 10% commission on everyone you share the tool with. And then if you're asking how much the bot is generally, just like to be active after the 3-day free trial, is less than 50 cents a day. It'll rebill after 3 days of the free trial at $14.99. So yeah, hopefully that covers it. I do want to touch on, lastly, but most importantly, the emphasis that all the information we put out here on Sexwork CEO is free, because we do believe in the idea that the more financially successful creators are, the more resources we'll have as a community to do important things like lobby Congress, impact policy, organize, and more. So if you find value in the content you've heard here today or the tweets that we've put out, please consider sharing it to make the journey easier for one of your own adult creator friends. Our only ask is that you retweet our stuff so that we can help as many people as humanly possible. So thank you in advance. Our next podcast, this is going to be all about rebranding as an adult creator, how to go about it, how to phase out your original brand and phase in your new one. We did a Twitter thread on this recently that had a lot of interest. So I think it would be really beneficial to kind of go in deeper and dive into detail.
It would be absolutely incredible if you rated this podcast 5 stars and left a little review. We want to get this podcast to as many adult creators as possible, and you taking a second to leave a couple stars and a review really helps us do that. Thanks so much.
CEO Squad, I think that's it for today. I will see you here at our next podcast. Thank you guys so much.